Welcome, one and all, to the Corsican Ball. That's right, you are in the still in the living room of our studios here in the lovely Park Forest building, and you know, I had this all nice and white. Methy. Cannot get this cleansed. Okay, anyway. Welcome to the broadcast. I am your host. Welcome to Steve's Sporty Balls. Usually Harry would be saying that. Hey, Matt, can you hear me? I always have to ask if people can hear me because we're using another microphone. I got to get something for this little fella. Come on down. Yeah, I got to get something for this little fella. I think it's like an attachment, so I can get this little puppy ready. And I'm going to try, before everything goes completely bananas, to get everything ready. So we will move from here to that lovely little place right there. There you see the green screen that we're going to use. Hey, Nancy, just showing the folks where we're going to be probably next Monday. We're going to be right in that area. That's going to be our studio. You got the green screen. We're going to have the table, chair, and me. And yep, that's me all over. Anyway, glad you could be with us. Welcome to Steve's Sporty Balls on opening night of the Super Bowl week of joy. That's right. This is Super Bowl week in Vegas. I wish I were there, but someone has to be here to, well, just live. And hello, Taylor Swift, greater than Disney, Star Wars, and MCU. Oh boy, this is strange, but I love it. Anyway, let's get on with it. As you know, we start off with a little bit of news. And how is this for a little bit of news? Let's go. Since we're talking the Super Bowl, we got to have some NFL news, right? Right. And thus we do. On Monday morning, the Washington Commanders announced they hired former Arizona head coach Eric, there it is, head coach Cliff Kingsbury as their next offensive coordinator. Yet, if you went to the team's official website, at that time, last season's offensive coordinator, Eric Bieniemy, was still listed as occupying that position. We now have what we like to call clarity. That's right, clarity. And to a very awkward situation following new head coach Dan Quinn's introductory press conference Monday afternoon, the Commanders are moving forward with Kingsbury as offensive coordinator and Bieniemy as a coaching free agent. Their team site now reflects the change. Quinn said Monday, I think Bieniemy, I think he's an excellent coach. We're not going to work together here. I wish he'd be nothing but the best. I have a lot of respect for him. Get the guards. Knock these guys out. Oh, I didn't know that was on. Bieniemy was hired last offseason to be the offensive coordinator under Disney sheep herder Miami Joe, lurking always. Find the time to smash that like button. Yes, please smash the like button. And if we can get a lot more people here to witness a sports program or sportscast unlike any other, it'll make me happy and probably the folks at YouTube happy. I don't know how much I got to do to get, some of that nice YouTube dinero, but hey, I'm willing to do anything except trounce around naked in a rubber pool. Nah, I leave that for Amarath. Oh, wait a minute. She got banned from Twitch. Anyway, to continue on. See, this is the fun part of doing my own sports show. You can just bust the rules and make it up as you go along. So, ain't just glad we's here. I'm glad you say that way. Now then. Where was I? Oh, yeah. Bieniemy was hired last offseason to be the offensive coordinator under former Commanders head coach Ron Rivera. But his hiring happened before the team was sold from Daniel Snyder to a group led by Philadelphia 76ers and New Jersey Devil owner Josh Harris, after his Chiefs' offenses ranked in the top 6 in the entire NFL in points per game, cha-cha-cha, and total yards per game in each of his 5 seasons as their offensive coordinator, 2018 to 2022. The 2023 Commanders, however, ranked the bottom 10 in both scoring offense, 25th, and total offense, 24th in 2023. Now, it's worth mentioning the context that Bieniemy had a tall task in front of him, trying to generate consistent offense with 2022 fifth-round pick Sam Howell at quarterback alongside defense that ranked dead last in scoring alongside a defense that ranked, oh, I already said that. Right, dead last in scoring defense. Woo! 30.5 points per game allowed. Total defense, 388.9 total yards per game allowed. Passing touchdowns allowed, 39. And passer rating allowed, 105.7. Wow. Unfortunately, Bieniemy, all the head coaching openings this offseason, they've already been filled. That's right. The 2 currently open offensive coordinator jobs were the Chargers and Seahawks, who recently hired Jim Harbaugh and Mike McDonald, respectively, as their new head coaches. Return to Kansas City as an assistant head coach would seem possible for Bieniemy if he doesn't land a job elsewhere. Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. By the way, I know the wall is playing, but I'm working on that. Anyway, we continue. But given the success he's had as an offensive coordinator there did not lead to the head coaching opportunity he has been pursuing, that would seem like a step backward. But I think maybe he just might want to take it. Whoa. Hi there. Yeah. Are we okay? Yeah, we're okay. We're fine. We're fine. Everything's fine. Everything's comfortable. This thing is moving. There we go. Okay, so, wow, that was something. Okay, let's keep going with more NFL news and notes for you. And here's a good one. The New York Giants have a new defensive coordinator. The Giants have hired former Tennessee Titans defensive coordinator Shane Bowen as their DC, replacing Wink Martindale. There we go. Replacing Wink Martindale, confirmed by NFL lead insider for CBS Sports, Jonathan Jones. According to Deanna Rossini, general manager Joe Schoen, and head coach Brian Daboll placed high importance on taking their time with the hire. The search lasted 27 days with 8 interviews. Before they hired a replacement, Bowen and former Los Angeles Charger defensive coordinator Derek Ainsley were the only 2 candidates with experience in the position. Bowen spent the last 3 seasons, right, as the Titans uh, defense coordinator dating back to 2021. Before that role, the 37-year-old was the outside linebackers coach for Tennessee from 2018 to 2020. His NFL career began back in 2016 when he was the defensive assistant with the Houston Texans, a role he held for 2 seasons. Now, in his first season at Tennessee, the team had the second ranked rushing defense in the NFL. The next season, the Titans led the league in rushing defense, allowing just 76.9 yards per game. In 2023, the Titans were 13th in rushing defense, 18th in yards allowed, and 16th in points. This season, the Giants' defense was tied for first in turnovers with 31, and in the bottom 6 in the NFL in yards and points allowed. The Giants finished 6 and 11 in 2023. Bowen worked as a graduate assistant for Ohio State, no accounting for taste, assisting then defensive line coach Mike Vrabel in 2012. As a defensive assistant with the Texans, Bowen once again worked with Vrabel, who was Houston's linebackers coach at the time. When Vrabel was named the Titans head coach in 2018, he hired Bowen as his outside linebackers coach. Vrabel was fired at the end of the 2023 season. And don't forget, smash the like button. Smash that like button somewhere on the side here. Matt Edinetti says, well, I know for Twitch, it's actually a lot easier to get affiliate. All you need are 50 followers, 8 hours of stream time, total 7 days of streaming, and minimum of 3 chatters in the chat. Well, hey, let's hope there'll be a miracle. With 3 of them needed to be done within a month or the progress resets. I'm going to be there for a long time, I guess. Anyway, and this is always. Yes. All right. Let's keep going here. Shall we? I think we shall. Yes, because we got more. More. Yes. We'll do more NFL news in a moment. Let's chat a bit about that lovely thing called college football and how a ruling that Dartmouth basketball players are school employees can join a union may change the entire world of college sports. For the first time, NCAA athletes have been allowed to unionize. A National Labor Relations Board regional manager ruled on Monday the Dartmouth men's basketball team could vote to form a union. It would mark, believe it or not, as I move a few things around, so I can do this stealthily, and I can actually look into my makeshift teleprompter like this. The Dartmouth basketball team could vote to form a union. It would mark the first time, this is stunning, first time a labor union would consist of NCAA athletes. What's next, you may ask? Well, here's what happened. Here's what would happen. In essence, the decision changes the decades-old, because the followers is the easy part, as that never resets. 3 of me, okay, that should be easy to get 3 folks to watch us. In essence, the decision changes the decades-old designation from student athlete to student employee, at least at Dartmouth. That National Labor Relations Board official decided the players should be compensated because of the labor they provide to the private Hanover, New Hampshire-based school. As such, Dartmouth players which don't receive athletic scholarships could collectively bargain for salary, working conditions such as practice times, and travel arrangements. Front Office Sports reported that Dartmouth will appeal the ruling, setting in motion a process that could take not only years, but it could lead all the way to the Supreme Court. But for now, it's another blow against the NCAA and its amateurism model. At some point in the near future, the 15 players on the Dartmouth roster will vote to unionize. Only a simple majority of 8 is needed for the players to formally ask to join Local 560 of Service Employees Union. That union already represents some employers in Dartmouth. Now, the players have already indicated a desire to unionize. Sportico reported a vote could come within a month. Michael Sue, a former University of Minnesota regent who supported the Dartmouth complaint, told CBS Sports, the schools will have to pay the players. Minimum wage is what it is. Minimum wage. Some players may make only minimum wage. Other ones, there'll be a lot of competition over. This gives them a chance to use the athletic director's budget to play players. Ooh. Matt. Matt, Ed, and Eddie said they have to be chatting, and he's talking about the chatters on the Twitch thing that we're going to have up soon. They have to be chatting in the chat. It's got to be the average, which isn't easy unless you have a good group of friends and regulars that chat. And you have a good idea of what you're going to do. That's my way. Such a vote could lead to a domino effect around the country. Dartmouth is in the Ivy League, a group of private schools who all have similar profiles. They don't offer scholarships, and by and large, their sports don't produce revenue. That didn't matter to the National Labor Relations Board official who focused on the work the athletes put in. Players perform work in exchange for compensation. NLRB Regional Manager Laura Sachs ruled on Monday. Now, this is the furthest the union movement has progressed in 2014. Has progressed, period. In 2014, hey, if I'm, let's see, honestly, it's thanks to Evie and the others that I was able to get that goal completed because it took me a long time to get that last goal completed for the affiliate. Okay. Then we got a lot of work to do. Lugs, LDG, how are you, my friend? Welcome to the madness, which is always the Sporty Balls. The NLRB rejected unionization attempt by Northwestern football players on the grounds that only some of the school's athletes on campus would be able to unionize. In this case, Sue has also filed grievances covering all of Big Green athletics. Sue, who founded the College Basketball Players Association advocacy group, has been a central figure in the push to make college athletes employees. He filed a complaint against USC and the Pac-12 in 2022, saying those players' employee status was misclassified by using the term student athletes. And thank you, LDG, for the compliment. Good to see you like always, looking good. I'm feeling good. I just got to continue exercising, and I'm lucky the place that we're at here does have somewhat of a mini exercise room. I'll be doing some stuff there. The hearings continue in that case as part of its push to get federal law regulating NIL. The NCAA, which is very much trying to figure out how to save its own self, wants a provision that prohibits its athletes from being labeled employees. In the 2.5-year history of the NIL, no bill has progressed even to the floor of Congress for that discussion. The Dartmouth ruling is going to force a response from the NCAA, Sue told CBS Sports. As you know, the NCAA has been really going at it aggressively with Congress, trying to get the anti-employee status provisions into some bill. I think they're at the end of their rope because I think they're not going to get that from Congress. They're not in a good position. Woo! Them's fighting words, son. Monday's action could create a clearer path to pay for play for NCAA athletes. The emergence of NIL collectives, as I adjust the seat to get a little bit more comfortable. Yes, I'm now comfortable. Has created sort of an awkward compensation system as those organizations try to lure players to their favorite schools. The Dartmouth situation would eliminate collectives if implemented nationally, as the schools would be the employer. Dartmouth players testified during the NLRB hearing that they spent more than 40 hours per week on their sport. The NCAA allows only 20. A Pac-12 study in 2015 showed that athletes in that conference spent more than 50 hours per week on their sport. That information no doubt impacted SAC's decision. Now, a memo from the NLRB General Counsel in September 2021 stated that players could be compensated by their schools and be classified as employers. So this is going to continue. Oh, is it ever? Wow. Okay, what other fun do we have? Oh, we got college football. We're going to get to the scores in a moment. By the way, once again, for those of you that didn't notice, our kazoo budget went up. Nice. And a little Fox News, Fox music for you. The SEC and the Big Ten, remember them? Well, they are committing to the college football playoff for the long haul. That may be in jeopardy if key issues are not rectified. Speaking to Yahoo Sports, both the SEC Commissioner Greg Sankey and Big Ten Commissioner Tony Petty expressed doubts concerning their respective leagues' commitment to the CFP as its governance struggles to iron out details surrounding its future format. Sankey said, "Yep, we're committed for now, but we've got a lot to get right. The commitment is we want to see this get right. We have the reality of needing to deal with CFP governance with the 2026 season and beyond. That's a highly important issue. Don't you know that?" No issue looms larger than access to the CFP as college football's power conferences landscape prepares for a big, drastic change this summer. All of this as the CFP prepares for an expansion from 4 teams to 12 teams starting with the 2024 season. The previously agreed to model of 6 auto bids for the 6 highest ranked conference champions and 6 at-large berths was expected to be amended by the CFP Board of Managers to a 5 and 7 model in January to account for the Pac-12's mass exodus of 10 members last August. That amendment was never finalized, however. According to Yahoo Sports, Washington State President Kurt Schultz, whose school is one of only 2 continuing Pac-12 members, along with Oregon State, delayed the vote, which needed unanimity for it to be adopted in time for the 2024 season. Well, Schultz also reportedly proposed that the 2 schools would be guaranteed voting rights and CFP revenue distribution beyond 2025, which was met by pushback. Yes, pushback. The CFP's current contract expires after the 2025 college football season, so conferences would theoretically be free to explore other postseason options if an extension is not reached. Now, according to Yahoo Sports, Petitti pitched expanding the CFP to either 14 or 16 teams with multiple automatic qualifiers to major conferences. The CFP Management Committee, which includes Sankey and Petiti, along with fellow FBS commissioners and Notre Dame athletic director Jack Swarbrick, is slated to meet Monday and Tuesday in the Dallas-Fort Worth area. We will have more on that in weeks to come. Okay, let's get back to some NFL news before we address Roger Goodell. Now, 49ers are very unhappy with the soft practice field in Las Vegas. They are considering the three options. San Francisco 49ers landed in Vegas on Sunday, and they're trying to get their footing ahead of Super Bowl 58. Sources told CBS Sports some 49ers staffers are not pleased with the practice field at UNLV, where the NFL designated the NFC champion practice during Super Bowl week. At issue is the firmness of the natural grass. None of them could smoke it. No. The NFL has laid natural grass over UNLV's artificial turf ahead of the 49ers practicing there. A 49ers advance group that included members of the equipment staff and grounds team traveled to Vegas last week to check out the facilities. They feel the grass is too soft for the team to practice on, and the team has considered alternatives, sources say. 49ers players and coaches have not yet visited the field, having just arrived in Vegas around Sunday around 6:30 p.m. local time. They are scheduled for a walkthrough there, or they were scheduled for a walkthrough there this afternoon, Monday afternoon. Sources say this is not a health and safety issue as much as it's simply a preference issue. Sources say the current surface at UNLV meets all NFL Player Association and independent standards. Don't you just love it? Chicka-boom, chicka-bam, bam, bam. Among the tools the league uses to make sure a field is up to code is the Clegg test, which measures a field's firmness. NFL fields have to be at or below 100 G, which is units of gravity. I never knew gravity was a unit. Did you? According to a source, the natural grass at UNLV measures around 50 grams, whereas the 49ers have a preference for around 70 grams or 70 Gs. Well, 70 gravities. The 49ers have three options as it stands Monday ahead of their walkthrough. They can A, go about their business and practice on the field as scheduled. B, bring in new, firmer sod that would in theory be ready for practice this week, or negotiate with the NFL to practice at the Las Vegas Raiders practice facility where the Chiefs are located. Now, sources say there have been discussions about the 49ers adjusting their schedule that will allow for them to practice at the Raiders facility when the Chiefs aren't there. But sources also indicated that before the 49ers ever step on the field, the likely scenario is that San Francisco remains at UNLV. Each year, the Super Bowl, the NFL designates one team as the home team and the other as the away team. That alternates made it all the way to there. That alternates each year. And this year, the AFC champion is the home team. Usually that means the home team gets the practice at the local NFL team's facilities, while the away team practices at the best college facilities nearby, or UNLV. Last year, the Chiefs were the away team and practiced at Arizona State, while the Eagles were at the Cardinals facilities. The debate over playing surface has been a polarizing topic in the NFL for years, especially this past season. Now, while the Raiders' new complex is both artificial and natural grass, hey man, natural grass. Ooh, yes. Kidding. Just part of the show. Gotta have a little fun, and that's what we're doing. While the Raiders UNLV's Fiorita football complex only has artificial turf, though the NFL, through joint studies with the NFL Players Association, show little difference between injury rates on natural grass and artificial surfaces. Players regularly complain about how their bodies feel after practicing or playing on artificial surfaces. Wow, what joy. The NFL had an issue with its Super Bowl 57 field last year. Both Chiefs and Eagles struggled with footing on the slippery surface inside State Farm Stadium. Philadelphia's league-leading pass rush didn't sack Patrick Mahomes once of the game. Afterward, longtime NFL groundskeeper George Toma said that field had too much water and not enough sunlight in the lead up to the game. Allegiant Stadium has a tray system similar to Arizona's last year. The league is aware of the criticisms and addressed any concerns in a conference call last month. NFL EVP Peter O'Reilly said recently, "We have brought in a brand new natural grass surface that's currently installed in the field tray outside Allegiant Stadium that has been in for a little bit now and is working through all our standard testing procedures that will take place over time from installation up through the day before and that Saturday night right before the game. Those adjustments at a core maintenance program are in place so we have an optimal field on game day." Oh, wowie, zowie. So there you go. On that route, 6 minutes past the hour of midnight here. So you're probably asking yourself, hey, where are the scores? Well, we'll tell you where the scores are, and then we'll talk about Roger Goodell's little speechification. Again, we can't show video, we can't show audio, we don't have the rights, and we don't want to pay all that big cash. So, if you are ready, if you are set, let us proceed to get you all the scores. Oops. Me spelling is very sucky. No, come on, it's Live. There we go. Do. Come on. I keep touching it. Oh, good. Now we're getting somewhere. There. Let's give you some scores, shall we? I'm glad we will, because guess what? This is the week the NBA has their All-Star break. So why don't we go to hockey first? We'll go basketball and then football. Okay. Thank you. Monday. Okay, only 2 games in the National Hockey League. In overtime, the New York Rangers beat the Colorado Avalanche by a score of 2-1. The Toronto Maple Leafs dropped a heartbreaker to the New York Islanders by a score of 3-2. In the OHL, only 1 game played there. The Barrie Colts defeated the Erie Otters 6-3. Yes, and that's all they had. Let's go to some basketball games played on a lovely Monday, and there was a lot of them. My tookus, excuse me, folks. my little tookus needs the little cushioning. My cushion needs cushioning. Yes. Oi. There we go. Relief. Yeah, I know I should get one of those gaming chairs. Be like Captain Kirk. Okay, the NBA was playing tonight. This week, of course, they'll be playing until their All-Star break comes. So get ready. The fun is about to begin. The LA Lakers beat the Charlotte Hornets 124 to 118. Cleveland Cavaliers outlasted the Sacramento Kings 136 to 110. Dallas Mavericks over the Philadelphia 76ers 118 to 102. Atlanta Hawks losing to the Clippers 149-144. Golden State Warriors really outlasted the Brooklyn Nets 109 to 98. And the New Orleans Pelicans had their own little Mardi Gras against the Toronto Raptors 138 to 100. Okay, let's get over to the NC2A. That's right. It's time to go to the NC2 Alpha. And as we do that, excuse me for a moment. Yeah. Okay, there we are. Okay. No. We need the NCAA regular season. Thank you. Okay, are we ready? Oh, good. Yeah. Okay, we don't have. Did they even play tonight? Hang on. Region NCAA. Okay, regular season. Give me momentito, please. Give us momentito. Boy, we all disappear here. Okay, boom. There's one way we can get you scores. There's a lot of ways. But folks, trust us. You're going to love it. Okay, let's get to the scores, get to the stories, get to the crux of the game. We have already done that. In men's basketball, there was only one game played. Number 4 ranked Kansas got outplayed by Kansas State 75-70. Let's take you now to women's basketball, the NCAA college style. LIU over Chicago State 80-71. Norfolk State over Maryland East Shore 80-59. Howard defeated Delaware State 69-57. Coppin State over SC State 63-39. North Carolina Central over Morgan State 66-65. Michigan State over Minnesota 76-65. Florida A&M beat Alabama State 49-40. Grambling over Alcorn State 72-55. Southern University over Jackson State. Jackson State. Thank you. I see the dark word. It's dark lettering. Good. Dark lettering means win. Gray lettering means they sucked. Jackson State over Southern University 63-58. Alabama A&M over Bethune-Cookman 76-72. Arkansas Pine Bluff over Prairie View 77-48. Alabama over Vanderbilt 74-66. 15th ranked Louisville lost to 5th ranked NC State 77-67. Purdue over Illinois in overtime 77-72. East Washington over Portland State by a score of 63-39. And finale, Idaho over Sacramento State 70-64. We had two games in the National Hockey League. Rangers over the Avalanche in overtime 2-1, and the Islanders beat the Maple Leafs 3-2. In soccer action, yes, we had soccer action. We had soccer action tonight. Oh, joy. Oh, rapture. Oh, Visigoths. Let's get to football, boys. Yes, we have no problem with that. Oh, good. Let's tap dance to Monday. We got a tap dance to Monday. And, we show the scores. Thank you. Cooperation. It is a blessed one. Pizza Hut has a new pizza and wings little deal. where you would say, pizza what? No one out pizzas the what? I mean, hut. Premier League, Manchester City defeated Brentford 3-1 in La Liga Española. Rayo Vallecano lost to Seville 2-1 in Series A, that's Italian soccer. Roma defeated Cagliari 4-0. Premier League in Portugal. Casa Pia AC and Boa Vista ended up in a 0-0 tie. La Liga 2 in Espanol. Sporting Gijon lost to Real Zaragoza 3-0. In the Netherlands, Eerste Divisie Jong as Alkmaar over Roda JC Kerkrade 1-0. And Jong Ajax over Jong FC Ulrich 1-0. So there you go. There's the soccer. There's the soccer, hockey, basketball, all the scores that everything in the free world we gone for. Okay, so we have, yes, finally. Oh yes, Steve, my mom wants to know what you're going to be doing on Twitch. So do I want to know what I'll be doing on Twitch. I don't know. I may just do some talking. We'll probably have some people on Skype, talk to us. We'll invite folks to talk to us via Skype. It's going to be a nice little hour or 90-minute show. We're still trying to iron out some things, but it's going to be funny. It's going to be fun. It's going to be interesting. It's going to be irresistible. It's going to be done for comedy. We may do some improv. Oh, the Blue Man Group invade Vegas. Nice. Well, then again, Vegas is their home. Okay. Anyway, we're done with the live score. Yes, sounds good. I'm glad people like that. Or me and Matt will just paint ourselves blue and be called the Blue Cousins. I don't know. Oh, why don't we talk about this? Okay, let's tell them about this. When the NFL reconvenes for the 2024 season, the NFL is heading to Brazil. Boom, chicka, boom, chicka, boom, Brazil. La, 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 la. La, 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 la. Brazil. Why? Anyway, the NFL is heading to Brazil for the first time in league history. A game will take place in Sao Paulo, Brazil at Corinthians Arena. The game will be on Friday night of week 1 of the 2024 NFL season on September 6, 2024. The Philadelphia Eagles will be the home team for that game, but the away team has not yet been announced and will be revealed ahead of the season. Said a press release. I didn't know, first of all, I didn't know press releases talked, but if they did, they would probably sound like this. This landmark first international game in South America demonstrates the ongoing expansion of our global footprint. Roger Goodell, the commissioner, said in a press release. Again, who knew press releases talked? Playing on a Friday night of week 1 is a unique way to highlight our international growth and ambitions. Jeffrey Lurie, the Eagles chairman and chief executive officer, said, "The team is honored to be chosen in this historic game. Oh, and now I will walk on the Philadelphia Bank." With the global growth of our sport being a top priority to our league, we embrace the opportunity to grow our fan base around the world and bring Eagles football to the 38 million sports fans in Brazil. As one of the world's most culturally diverse nations, Brazil is an international melting pot, and we look forward to experiencing its warm, vibrant, and welcoming environment later this year. Ricardo Nunez, the mayor of Sao Paulo, said the league's decision to play the games in the first week of the NFL 2024 season is a true testament to their confidence in our work as host city. Nunez continued, saying, having this historic spectacle on the eve of Independence Day and driving a great economic impact and job creation for Sao Paulo will spotlight our city as a globally relevant destination for the world's most exciting sport and entertainment events. If this works, they'll be going for WrestleMania. Think about it, kids. This marks the first game played on a Friday night of week one in more than 50 years. The last game played on Friday was during opening week was the Cardinals at Rams on September 18th, 1970. The NFL has increased their international presence as of recent, and the expansion to Brazil is another way for the league to expand their fan base. The Chicago Bears, Minnesota Vikings, and Jacksonville Jaguars will all play games in London next season, while the Carolina Panthers will play a game in Munich. God bless. God bless for everyone. Boop. So there you go. There you go. Football, American football in Brazil. Ladies and gentlemen, what can we say but wow. Wow, wow, and wow. Okay. Yes, I know we gotta hurry this along, because we're almost at that point in time. We're at 21 minutes past midnight. I'm drinking tea and lemonade, Gold Peak. There you go. Let's really give these guys a plug. I love Gold Peak tea. It's delicious and very much so many flavors. It's Gold Peak Real Brewed Tea. Gold Peak tea and lemonade all together. It's actually called an Earl Palmer, but the folks in Arizona Ice Tea Company, they got the copyright on that. So if you want a real taste treat and you're a tea person, go to your grocer, get some Gold Peak tea and lemonade, and I tell you, it is fantastic. Ah, oops. Cap's hard to get on, but then thank you. Um, we're still having our little issues. There went the issue. Let's get that to be an issue. Okay, that was pretty good, wasn't it? Yes, yes, it was. Okay. Let me see if we can't get. Um, let's go to NFL The League. Yes, NFL.com, ladies and gentlemen. There we go. What happened to Uno? Uno is alive and well. She is being taken care of by Angie and her family. And I have to finish trying to find the paperwork. But I have to finish the paperwork so I can get Uno her shots and her being spayed. So she will be able to get in to the home to here. Is this it? Yes, nope. I thought I had it here. Gosh dog it. I thought I had it in here. Maybe is this it? Yeah, this is it. Ah, Uno, like I said, is being taken care of nicely by her former owners, Angie, Jay, Yuki, and Chrissy. I get to visit her and them on weekends. Get to stay over there for maybe a weekend plus. Um, but she is going to be with me as soon as March. And the reason there's a rule here that cats have to have all their proof of their shots, and they have to be spayed or neutered. With Uno, a girl cat, she has to be spayed and have a picture of her. And but before all that, I'm going to the Cascade Humane Society to get it done. This is the form I have to do, and I have to sign it front and back. And when she gets her shots and gets spayed, I will take her and I'll have a new kitty litter thing bought for her and a few other things. She will go from Angie's house to this apartment, and we will be reunited, and it will feel so good. I love my little Uno. I visit her, and sometimes she gets mad at me, but because I haven't been visiting her much. But we had a bonding experience over the Thanksgiving holiday and Christmas, and everything is going good. So I'm hoping in March everything will be great, and she will be back with me here in our little home. I will say this: there will not be a mouse in here because this will be so clean, and there's no way she can escape because everything here is either on top of or so covered that she can't escape like she did over at Rick's house. Oh boy, twice. Anyway, lesson learned by all. And good vibes. Yes, good vibes. Okay, so with that said, looking for Roger Goodell's speech. Oh, there we go. Okay. Roger Goodell met the press and did his State of the NFL address as I do the State of this Chair address. So do we have, by the way, the Super Bowl, once again, gotta put the plug in. The Super Bowl airs Sunday night. Of course, you got the pregame show starting at 7 in the morning. But CBS has the football game. It'll be at 6:30 kickoff. It will also make history as the first Super Bowl to ever be shown, or excuse me, ever to be aired on a cable and satellite network. And boy, this one is going to be strange, but it's going to be a part of history. The Kids Network, Nickelodeon, which is celebrating 45 years, gets to be a part of broadcast history by being the first cable and satellite network to air the Super Bowl. That's right, Nickelodeon gets to be the answer to the trivia question: who was the first cable network to air the Super Bowl? Nickelodeon will be that answer. Wahoo! Okay. Yes, send me the notification. Seriously. We had the press release of what Nickelodeon's going to be doing, but yeah, let's see. Let's see if we can find the press thing here. Oops. See if we can find the press release here. Oh, Nickelodeon football game. Okay. Let's see. They did a Christmas one. Nickelodeon. Let's bubbity 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 bubbity. SUPER. There it is. Nickelodeon Super Bowl. Okay. Let's see. Do we have the press release? Yes. Okay. I think we can do this. Okay. Here we go. The debate about the best Super Bowl halftime. Thank you. Halftime performance could go on for hours and no two people will agree on an answer. However, there is no denying the best Bubble Bowl performance, and that act is coming to Super Bowl 58 with the help of CBS and Nickelodeon. Over 20 years ago, in 2001, an Odyssey, the SpongeBob SquarePants episode Band Geeks aired and became an instant classic. In the episode, SpongeBob and all his friends form a band to play the halftime show at the Bubble Bowl, a fictional championship game. The plot culminates with SpongeBob's band emerging from below a football field, which was actually old footage taken from a USFL game at the Liberty Bowl involving the Memphis Showboats. SpongeBob then belts out David Glenn Isley's Sweet Victory, creating one of the most memorable moments in the show's long history. So, Sweet Victory will kick off Nickelodeon's presentation of Super Bowl 58 this Sunday. Let me see if I can find the press announcement just to explain it. Seriously, big seriousness here. Let's see. I want to make sure. Okay. Yada-dee. I do believe we got a little something here. Now, your broadcasters for the Nickelodeon side will be Noah Eagle, Nate Burleson, who will share the booth with SpongeBob SquarePants and Patrick Starr. That's right. The Nickelodeon effort will be a side-by-side broadcast from separate trucks along with the main CBS truck. Sharing resources will be important, says Sean Robbins, coordinating producer, Super Bowl 58 on Nickelodeon CBS Sports, but Nickelodeon will rely heavily on its own cameras. By the way, for those of you who don't know, Nickelodeon and CBS are owned by Paramount Global. But it's going to be amazing. So if you got a DVR, I suggest DVRing a little broadcast history because ooh la la. But if we find the press release, we'll bring it to you. This is going to be freaky, but it's going to be good. It is going to be fun. Oh, here it is. I think. Do we have it? We got it. Okay. We do. Yes. Let's see. This will be the fourth season that Nickelodeon and CBS have teamed up, but the first time it will do more than one broadcast. For a second straight year, Nickelodeon and CBS did a Christmas broadcast when the Kansas City Chiefs hosted the Las Vegas Raiders. Now, the Super Bowl broadcast will mark the third time an NFL playoff game has aired on Nickelodeon. But this, again, the Super Bowl, this will be the first Super Bowl on a major, albeit a kid's, but it's still a major cable/satellite network. Don't talk with your hands. Now, the Nickelodeon presentations, which feature eye-popping graphics that feature slime-filled end zones or SpongeBob SquarePants between the goalposts, on-field goal attempts, have received plenty of acclaim for its ability to introduce a younger age group to pro football. Um, let's see. Yeah. The Nickelodeon Super Bowl broadcast will also air in the United Kingdom, Australia, and New Zealand on a delayed basis. But once again, we will find the press release that will explain it all, and we will bring it to you. So you'll know history is in the making, kids. That's right. Okay. So that, believe it or not, that's going to do it for the show. I hope you had fun. I had fun. Hopefully, we all enjoyed. And what can I say? But as in the words of Barney, the dinosaur, it's been joy. It's been a joy. Anyway, please join us tomorrow night at 11:35 for more, and we will try to bring you the press release that made the announcement, and we'll explain further what's going to happen on Nickelodeon. It is going to be wild. I would watch the CBS thing, but the Nickelodeon thing is so intriguing. I'm going to be watching the Nickelodeon broadcast. And if I can find somebody that has a DVR or their cable has a DVR, please tape the son of a gun. You will want to keep it. Trust me, you will want to keep it. Because this is going to make history. Anyway, we got to go. We're a minute 40 seconds past the time we got to say goodnight. So we're going to say goodnight. You guys and gals have a great night. This was fun. I am going to go sleep very well because tomorrow I have no idea what I'm going to do. But I've got an appointment over at Integro behind Lifeways. And I got a lot to talk about there. So thank you, folks, for watching. And tell your friends, tell your neighbors, tell anyone that loves sports that they have their own sportscast with a sports lunatic. Thanks, everybody. I'm Steve the Baxman Baxley. This has been a presentation of Mystifying Creativity Productions in association with the L2C Network. Good night. God bless. And we will see you tomorrow. Lord willing, and the creek don't rise. Bye-bye.